which trucks or years of truck were problematic. So we're starting here.
You've seen them before. Big, bold trucks that once stood proud on the streets, but now something strange is happening. People aren't buying them anymore. They sit still day after day without any attention. Once trusted names are now struggling. Sales are falling fast. It's no longer just a bad season, it's a warning sign. These brands are holding on, but just barely. Behind the scenes, the pressure is building. The end could be closer than anyone thought. When you find out which trucks are on the list, you might be shocked. Join us as we reveal these trucks. Number 10, Ford F-150 Lightning. In 2021, Ford unveiled the electric F-150 Lightning, which was not just a new vehicle, but also a bold vision for the future. This truck was not like any other. It was quiet, strong, and set to revolutionize perceptions of electric cars in the USA. The Lightning boasted instant power, seamless acceleration, and a maximum range of 320 miles, making it seem unbeatable.
Supersized American-style pickup trucks are hitting Melbourne roads as sales reach record levels, but some fed-up drivers say the vehicles have no place.
Equipped with 2 motors and all-wheel drive, it aimed to appeal to a wide range of customers, from busy workers to environmentally aware families. In 2022, there was a lot of anticipation for the F-150 Lightning. When it arrived in showrooms, it brought a sense of confidence and pride. This wasn't just another version of a classic truck, it was a new direction for Ford. The company believed that this truck could make a big impact, and early feedback seemed to confirm that. Many people placed orders for the F-150 Lightning because they were intrigued and excited to be a part of something new and different. The truck symbolized more than just speed and power. It signified a transition towards cleaner energy and improved technology. Initially, everything seemed ideal as early purchasers appreciated its quiet strength and innovative design. The Lightning was not just a practical tool, it was a representation of potential advancement. However, things started to shift as time passed. The initial excitement did not last as Ford had hoped. While there was initially a lot of interest, the truth of the situation quickly became apparent. The price of the Lightning was out of reach for many average drivers. It was definitely an innovative vehicle, but not necessarily within reach for everyone. For a lot of people, the idea of owning one seemed out of reach. Car dealerships started making more efforts to attract customers. They offered special promotions, discounts, and even free home charging equipment. This indicated that there were some challenges in selling the vehicles. Rows of the trucks were parked in the lots, but there were not enough buyers coming in. The issue was not with the truck itself, but with the lack of charging stations and infrastructure for fully electric work trucks. Some people preferred the familiar sound and feel of gas engines, while others were uncertain about embracing this new future. It started off strong but lost momentum. The Lightning, which was initially thought to be innovative, hit a roadblock. This proves that even good ideas require the right conditions to succeed. Number 9, the Nissan Frontier.
The automaker Nissan, it used to be everywhere at one point in the Fast and Furious movies.
The Nissan Frontier was once the go-to truck that people relied on. It did not have fancy gadgets, flashy displays, or sleek designs. It wasn't trying to show off. It was just a sturdy, straightforward, and trustworthy truck. People appreciated its simplicity. It remained largely unchanged for more than 10 years, which is what set it apart. It became the dependable truck people could count on for consistent performance. No unexpected issues, just reliable hard work day in and day out. Many people who work in construction or who like trucks admired the Frontier because it always stayed true to itself. It did not try to be flashy or follow the latest fads. It was like a reliable old friend who you could always count on. The Frontier was affordable, durable, and made for a specific purpose, which is why it became popular in garages, construction sites, and roads all over the country. It was a trustworthy piece of equipment. However, even the most reliable tools need some maintenance over time. While Nissan stuck with their old design, other truck brands like Ford and Toyota continued to innovate. They added new technology, stylish designs, safety features, and comfortable amenities. Consumers were looking for more than just power in a truck. They wanted something modern, intelligent, and appealing. When Nissan finally updated the Frontier in 2022, it was evident that the truck market had evolved significantly during that time. Yes, the new Frontier was equipped with a more powerful V6 engine that had 310 horsepower and strong torque. It had a more bold appearance and provided a smoother ride. The interior received updates like new technology such as screens, cameras, and features that are commonly expected by drivers today. On paper, it seemed like an ideal improvement that addressed what people had wanted for a long time. However, surprisingly, Potential buyers did not show much enthusiasm for it. Despite having appealing promotions, package deals, and flexible pricing options, the Frontier did not sell well. Sales remained stagnant. The trucks began to remain unsold for extended periods of time in the showrooms. The issue was not related to the engine or the features of the Frontier. The problem stemmed from its reputation. The Frontier had been out of the spotlight for too long, and consumers had shifted their focus elsewhere. Unlike other trucks that were actively promoting themselves and flaunting their advancements, the Frontier was quietly vying for attention from the sidelines. The new Frontier no longer felt powerful and experienced, but like a vehicle that suddenly realized it was lagging behind. It was no longer leading, but rather following the trends. Its unique appeal that once made it special now made it seem outdated. The world kept moving forward, while the Frontier failed to keep up and evolve.
It randomly dies. Now it might do it once a month. So, first we'll put on our thinking caps. Now it's great because he's the original owner. He knows it hasn't been.
Now, there's a new obstacle ahead for the Frontier. In a world dominated by advanced technology and trendy upgrades, can a name known for strength and reliability still be relevant? Can the Frontier revamp its reputation, or has its time come and gone? The future is uncertain, but it is clear that remaining stagnant for too long can be quite challenging. Number 8, Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger was designed to appeal to both city drivers and outdoor enthusiasts. It was built to be compact enough for urban areas, but sturdy enough to handle tough terrain and heavy loads. Equipped with a turbocharged engine that boasted 270 horsepower and 310 lb-ft of torque, it seemed like a great choice. It had the power for towing, the strength for hauling, and the capability for off-road adventures. While on paper, everything seemed perfect, in reality, the Ranger has faced challenges in finding its place. It is positioned uncomfortably between two popular siblings. The Ford Maverick, a smaller truck with a fuel-efficient hybrid engine and a lower price, appeals to buyers looking for a budget-friendly option. In contrast, the Ford F-150 is a well-known symbol of strength and tradition in the truck world. Many envision the F-150 as the epitome of a tough and durable truck. In the center is the Ford Ranger, which is not as cheap as the Maverick and not as famous as the F-150. It is strong and sturdy, but doesn't receive as much attention. It aims to be versatile, strong, compact, affordable, modern, and familiar all at the same time. However, it doesn't stand out and gets overlooked in the midst of other vehicles. Many buyers are unsure about the Ranger because they find it too expensive for its size. Some people think it lacks the strong personality of a full-size truck, causing them to overlook it. Focus groups and truck enthusiasts often describe the Ranger as forgettable, neither bad nor great. It functions well as a truck, but doesn't make a lasting impression on people. In order to make the Ranger more appealing, car dealerships are now offering additional incentives. These include free bedliners, towing packages, and extended financing options. The goal is to make the Ranger seem like a better deal. However, even with these extra perks, the issue of unsold Rangers persists in some locations. Incentives are increasing rapidly, indicating the difficulties dealers are facing in selling the Ranger. The Ranger lacks a compelling story compared to other trucks in the market. It is not the most affordable, largest, flashy, or rugged. This lack of a clear purpose can be a drawback in today's competitive truck market. Consumers want a truck that resonates with their needs, personality, and lifestyle. Despite its strengths, the Ranger has not yet identified its unique story. The truck is definitely able to do what it needs to do, such as towing, carrying heavy loads, and driving on difficult terrain. Number 7, the Honda Ridgeline. The Honda Ridgeline aimed to change the traditional perception of a pickup truck. It promoted comfort, fuel efficiency, and versatility in one package. Instead of a rough ride and power, it provided a smooth drive with smart features. This truck was made for people who use it for both leisure and daily activities. A 3,500 cm3 V6 engine with 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque is housed in the Ridgeline. The power it produces is smooth rather than aggressive. Instead of hearing loud gears grinding, you feel a steady acceleration. This is due to its unibody frame and independent suspension. Unlike a typical truck, the Ridgeline handles like an SUV, making for secure cornering and comfortable rides over bumps. When you enter, you'll find that the interior of the car is very nice compared to others in its class. The surfaces are soft to the touch, the seats are comfortable, and the controls are easy to reach and use. You won't have to search for buttons because everything is well organized from the center console to the steering wheel. Whether you're driving to school, work, or the store, being in the cabin will make the journey enjoyable. Lower the dual-action tailgate, and you will find a lockable in-bed trunk beneath the bed floor. This trunk keeps your belongings safe from the weather and from anyone trying to see inside. Things like wet sports gear, tools, and valuables can be stored out of sight in this hidden compartment. Your items will stay dry and safe regardless of the weather. Say goodbye to loose items bouncing around in the bed or causing clutter in the cab. The Ridgeline is perfect for everyday use as a pickup truck. It can tow small trailers or boats, carry camping gear, and comfortably accommodate a family of 4. It has smooth shifting and braking and handles well on slippery roads. The fuel efficiency is good, so you won't need to stop for gas often. Whether you're driving around town or on a long highway trip, it feels easy to maneuver. However, not everyone is a fan of this large and gentle vehicle. Hardcore truck enthusiasts view its comfortable ride as a drawback. They prefer trucks that can handle heavy towing, have deep suspension travel, and a body-on-frame construction that is suitable for off-roading. The Ridgeline to them appears to be not sturdy enough and too soft. They desire the feeling of powerful engine noise, the ruggedness of a tough chassis, and a visually tough appearance. The crossover style of the Ridgeline does not align with their expectations of a rugged truck. The rivalry has been a problem for the Ridgeline since the beginning. It doesn't retain its value as well as other tough trucks. Second-hand models stay unsold for longer as they appeal more to those who prioritize comfort over ruggedness. The Ridgeline falls into a strange category. It's a truck for those who don't want a truck. It's more suited for everyday tasks rather than off-road adventures. However, the Ridgeline is not a failure. It delivers on its promises by providing comfort where it was lacking in the market. It offers smart storage options and a cozy interior for drivers who prioritize peace of mind. It has a welcoming appearance that can be seen in neighborhoods and driveways across the country. Number 6, the Jeep Gladiator. The Jeep Gladiator was a popular debut with its strong, square shape and tough appearance inspired by the Wrangler. It seemed perfect for those seeking excitement and independence. The removable doors, tall height, and iconic Jeep design made it immediately noticeable. It wasn't just a vehicle, it was a reflection of personality. Driving a Gladiator was a way of showing off. From an external viewpoint, the truck appeared to have all the features that off-road enthusiasts would desire. It seemed sturdy, brave, and capable of navigating tough terrains effortlessly. Jeep advertised it as a versatile vehicle that could be used for hauling, exploring trails, and everyday errands like going to the grocery store. But there was a condition attached to that commitment. Owning a Gladiator turned out to be more exhausting than anticipated. What appeared exciting at the dealership often felt less enjoyable when driving. While its sturdy construction was ideal for rough terrains, it did not provide the smooth, quiet ride that many buyers were accustomed to on city streets and highways. The wind noise, rough ride, and unrefined interior served as daily reminders that this was not your typical pickup truck. It was a lifestyle vehicle. Additionally, there was the issue of the hefty price tag. A top-of-the-line Gladiator could cost over $50,000, which would place it in the same price range as trucks with more comfortable rides, nicer interiors, and better towing capacities. This high price might make people think twice and question if the truck is worth the investment. Buyers who were initially enthusiastic about the idea of off-road adventures and convertible road trips started to think more critically about their choices. While the Gladiator initially seemed appealing, the practicalities of daily life like work, commuting, and running errands made many crave a more comfortable and convenient vehicle. The initial excitement wore off over time, and the realization of what they wanted set in. Car sellers noticed this trend and decided to offer significant discounts, financing deals, and free off-road accessories to entice customers. They also rolled out new versions of the vehicle with added features to attract buyers. Despite these efforts, sales of the Gladiator began to decrease, and an increasing number of them were left unsold at dealerships. The desire for adventure and a powerful truck remained, but people did not want to sacrifice comfort, convenience, or practicality to fulfill that dream. Ultimately, the Gladiator is still one of a kind. It may not appeal to everyone, and that's okay. Number 5, GMC Canyon. The GMC Canyon came with high hopes. It aimed to stand out as more than just your average mid-sized truck. It wasn't just about carrying things or driving on rough trails. It wanted to have a touch of luxury. It aimed to have a stylish appearance, comfortable feel, and still be strong enough for hard work. From the outside, it had an attractive look with shiny chrome details, a bold grille, and clean body lines. Inside, the interior was decorated with soft materials, sleek finishes, and modern technology. It sent a clear message. This truck is not only rugged, but also high-end. Beneath the surface, it had the identical engine as the Chevrolet Colorado, a turbocharged 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine. The horsepower was 310, and the torque was 430 pound-feet, which were impressive figures. The engine was powerful, and the Canyon had good performance. It was capable of towing, climbing, and accelerating rapidly. On paper, everything seemed flawless. It appeared to be a more sophisticated, upgraded version of the Colorado. However, buyers weren't fully sold on it. The issue started when customers saw the price. The GMC Canyon cost $3,000 to $5,000 more than the Colorado, even though they had the same engine and many of the same parts. When people compared them, they wondered why they should spend more money. Even though the Canyon had better features like a nicer interior and design, it did not feel like a significant improvement. The upgrades seemed more like surface-level changes than actual improvements. The situation became difficult in the market for mid-sized trucks. Customers looking for trucks in this range desire vehicles that are sturdy and dependable, providing good value for their money. They want to feel like they're getting their money's worth. When a truck is priced higher but doesn't seem to provide additional benefits, customers become hesitant. Many began to believe that the Canyon was simply a fancier version of the Colorado, priced higher due to its name. This perception persisted and started to impact sales negatively. Car dealerships began to take notice that there was a surplus of trucks being stocked up. The public's interest in the Canyon was starting to decline. In order to boost sales, dealerships started to offer discounts, attractive leasing options, and upgraded packages to entice buyers. However, even with these promotions, the sales were not picking up as expected. The excitement and buzz surrounding the Canyon were not as strong as desired. Consumers seemed hesitant and not completely convinced about purchasing the Canyon. GMC's strategy to position the Canyon as a more upscale option in a market known for ruggedness and affordability was not achieving the desired results. Given the lack of attention-grabbing shiny finishes and increasing doubts, the Canyon is facing an important decision. Will improved technology improve its reputation? Can new features attract customers again? Or will this truck demonstrate that luxury doesn't always translate well in the real world? The future of the Canyon is uncertain, but currently its appeal has declined, presenting a significant challenge. Number 4. The Ram 1500. The Ram 1500 used to be a great combination of power and elegance. It wasn't just a typical truck. It offered a luxurious experience. When you got inside, it felt like being in a fancy lounge on wheels. The use of real wood accents, plush leather seats, and large screens gave it a premium feel.
Above the Ram 1500 has how many? 14 recalls?
Yeah, 14 recalls currently on them. And I mean, some recalls are pretty...
It ran quietly, smoothly handling bumps, and had a sleek and polished appearance. Despite all of this, it still had the ability to haul, tow, and perform like a traditional truck. It proved that a tough vehicle could also have sophistication. The balance between strength and comfort in the Ram 1500 was popular with buyers for many years. Not only was it tough, but also aesthetically pleasing. The truck showed that big vehicles could also be elegant, making it a top choice for those seeking more than just power. However, in 2024, there was a shift in circumstances. The economy took a downturn, with interest rates rising drastically and prices for goods increasing. This made people more hesitant about making large purchases and more mindful of their spending. Consumers began to prioritize value over luxury, recognizing the importance of each dollar spent. Other truck manufacturers reduced their production to meet demand, but Ram decided to increase production instead. They continued to release more trucks, focusing on the higher-end models with top features. This decision was risky and ultimately did not pay off. As people's budgets became tighter, the popular Ram 1500 truck was not selling well at dealerships. The fancy versions that used to get attention were now having a hard time finding buyers. The truck still had all the same features and looked great, but people did not want luxury anymore. They wanted a good deal. This change in demand came at a bad time for the truck. Consumers were not looking for fancy chrome or high-end stitching details. Instead, they were focused on finding affordable prices, good bargains, and practical options. Regardless of the Ram 1500's quality or driving experience, it was considered too expensive for most people. The change did not just affect the number of sales, it also affected the reputation of the brand. The popular Ram 1500 also felt the negative effects of this poorly timed shift. In today's economy, with limited budgets and cautious decision-making, even the best truck can struggle to stay relevant. Number 3, the Toyota Tundra. In 1999, when the Toyota Tundra was introduced, it made a big splash in the full-size truck market. It had a bold attitude and strong reliability that gained respect quickly. Made in America, the Tundra showcased Toyota's ability beyond compact cars and SUVs. It not only had a tough appearance, but also provided strength, smoothness, and practical everyday functionality. As a result, it received prestigious industry honors like Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, not just once, but twice. During its inception, the Tundra felt like a revolutionary concept. It did not attempt to imitate American trucks, but rather established its unique identity based on reliability, smooth operation, and dependability. Numerous drivers were drawn to its straightforward nature as a truck that prioritized functionality over showiness. However, as time went on, there was a noticeable shift. While competing truck manufacturers were making advancements by updating their designs, improving their interiors, and increasing fuel efficiency, the Tundra seemed to be staying stagnant.
Turbos and 4-cylinder hybrid and the TRDs. They're ditching the 6-cylinder engine, which to me is a gigantic mistake, if you ask.
It stuck to its old ways for too long, not keeping up with the evolving market. Other trucks were becoming more modern, comfortable, and fuel efficient, while the Tundra remained unchanged and almost outdated. A long-awaited redesign was finally introduced, which included updates such as a twin-turbo V6 and a hybrid version. These changes gave the Tundra a new burst of energy. However, when these updates were released, other competitors like Ford, Chevy, and Ram had already made significant advancements in their vehicles, including electric powertrains and luxurious interiors. While the improvements to the Tundra were positive, they weren't groundbreaking enough to make a big impact. Number 2, the GMC Sierra 1500. The GMC Sierra 1500 had a unique purpose. It wasn't just another truck from General Motors, it was meant to be the classy, polished sibling that stood out for being sleek and refined. While it had similarities with the Chevrolet Silverado in terms of strength, engines, and work ethic, the Sierra had its touch of elegance with shiny trims, sleek lines, and a premium feel in the cabin. The concept was straightforward: provide the performance that people anticipate from a large truck, but package it in something more luxurious. Not overly showy or basic, just enough to give a sense of refinement. The Sierra 1500 aimed to strike a balance between rugged and upscale. It was designed for customers seeking power in the engine and a hint of comfort in the driver's seat. However, this compromise did not last long. The higher quality came with a higher cost. The Sierra 150 began appearing in dealerships with prices that were $4,000 to $6,000 higher than the Silverado. While some people did not mind the slight difference in price, others were left wondering what they were getting for the extra money. Buyers began to compare different options. As they observed their surroundings, they found themselves being attracted to different brands. Some individuals desiring luxury skipped over the Sierra and chose the Ram 1500 Limited instead, which had seats reminiscent of a high-end SUV and modern, luxurious technology. Others preferred the Ford F-150 Platinum, which had sharp, bold details and was considered worth the price. These trucks did not need to try to seem premium because they already were seen as such. The Sierra did not keep up with the competition because it did not effectively communicate its strengths to buyers. Number 1. Ford F-150. For years, the Ford F-150 stood out as the ultimate truck that captured the hearts of many. No matter the task at hand, whether it was hauling heavy loads, towing recreational vehicles, or simply taking a family road trip, the F-150 always rose to the occasion. This versatile vehicle excelled in various roles, transitioning effortlessly from a rugged workhorse to a comfortable travel companion. With a plethora of engine options available, ranging from the efficient V6 to the powerful V8, hybrid, and electric models, the F-150 catered to a wide range of lifestyles. It was the go-to choice for farmers, contractors, outdoor enthusiasts, and even those seeking a reliable vehicle for everyday use. The F-150 was meticulously designed to meet the diverse needs of its diverse customer base, ensuring that it could excel in any situation. By attempting to cater to a wide range of consumers, the F-150 may have sacrificed its distinctiveness. In an effort to attract a more affluent clientele, Ford gradually elevated the status of the F-150. Consequently, what was once renowned for its ruggedness and reliability morphed into a vehicle that aimed for a more opulent appearance and feel. The introduction of luxurious features, extravagant interiors, expansive screens, and sleek aesthetics in the higher-end models significantly altered the truck's image. While this strategy did succeed in making the F-150 more attractive to upscale buyers, it also resulted in a substantial increase in pricing. Some of the fully loaded F-150 variants now demand a price well exceeding $100,000. Such a hefty price tag is typically associated with premium luxury brands rather than a workhorse pickup that is synonymous with getting down and dirty in demanding job environments. The original F-150 models are still being produced, however, the focus has shifted towards the luxury versions of the truck. It seems as though a vehicle that used to be synonymous with the working class is now attempting to cater to a more upscale audience. This change in direction has caused devoted fans of the truck to take a moment to reflect. They are questioning whether this new direction will still provide the reliable and affordable option they have come to depend on. Car dealerships have also observed a decline in consumer interest. More and more unsold F-150 trucks can be seen occupying parking lots across the country. Potential buyers are now taking more time to evaluate their options before making a purchase, showing a reluctance to quickly jump on the opportunity to one. In order to clear out their inventory, dealerships have resorted to enticing offers such as substantial cash back incentives, 0% interest financing, and exclusive loyalty rewards. These promotional tactics indicate that the typical enthusiasm surrounding the F-150 model has somewhat diminished. The F-150 remains at its essence a robust and formidable truck, showcasing impressive performance and a range of powerful engine choices. It retains the capability to tackle demanding tasks effectively. However, the looming concern now revolves around its ability to retain its traditional character while striving for advancement. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.